Hey, peace and blessings. This is Jovhannah, the spiritual love coach. So, today is day 4 in the 40 Days of Spiritual Love series, and it's a little late, and this is an unconventional video for me. I was going to upload, I have a few pre recorded videos, but I really wanted to share something in the moment and authentic because I just had a very transformational day that relates to today's topic. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what spiritual love is and what that means, like the depth of that. So I was out. I like to go out on walks late at night. I had a little bit of sage with me just to kind of just cleanse and purify myself. Is one of the ways that I just kind of reconnect, and it's just a sacred practice for me to do so. And as I was walking, I was going to record, but it's a bit windy here due to there's a hurricane, tropical storm in the area. So I'm sitting in the car. So this will be a quick live today, and maybe we'll go a little bit deeper tomorrow. So, spiritual love, what is that? And where did that come from? So, the concept of spiritual love was birthed because I had been in an abusive relationship. I had been in toxic relationships. I have experienced, people telling me they love me, yet they're hurting me, or, they're doing things that are bringing me down instead of lifting me up. So I was like, if this is what love is, I need something deeper. I need something more meaningful because this is not how God or Source intended for me to be loved. Like, this cannot be love because it should not hurt and it should not be deceptive. So I coined the term divine love or spiritual love. And spiritual love really resonated with me because I am a spiritual person, and I do recognize that love is an energy, and we'll dive deeper into that later. So, spiritual love, it's all about removing the fear and the negativity from love. A lot of times when we hear phrases about love, we say things like love is blind, and pain is love, or love hurts. And I'm like, no, 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 no. That's not true. That's what we've been conditioned to believe. We've been conditioned to think that we have to fight for love, that love is supposed to be filled with drama. And I'm here to tell you that is not the case. One of the things about spiritual love, me being the spiritual love coach, and how I present spiritual love, because it's broad. Love impacts so many different areas of our lives. We, have a relationship with ourself where there's self-love. If you're a parent, you have children. We all have family members. And so it's not exclusive to just dating and relationships. So for me, it may seem that, wow, she's talking about a whole lot of stuff. What is she doing? All of it is encompassed by spiritual love. And, regardless if you are struggling because of changes that have happened in your life that are making you see yourself differently, or if you are trying to figure out what to do with your kids and how to show up as a mom and balance out life, whether you are trying to maintain some form of healthy relationship with your family, get along with people at work, deepen your relationship with your partner, or whether you're trying to cultivate love with another person, it's all related. And so I want to shout out Neef Sankofa of the Light Warrior Sisterhood. She is magic, absolute, pure, universal power embodied in this just divine being. She helped me to really get into like the flow when it comes to spiritual love. Together we are co-creating something beautiful, and I'll probably share more about that, but it's called the Supernova Sistar. And so as we were working on that together, and that's the beauty of like collaboration and connecting with people, which is an aspect of spiritual love, is that you learn and you're able to see yourself reflected in others. So as we were working together, I was talking to her about like my sacred space and how I can't get to it anymore because the overgrowth has taken over. And so she shared this message with me about being the river, and that really translated into the work that I do. Spiritual love, it is deep, just like a river is wide and deep, and there may be brooks and streams that branch off of it, but the vessel that I am and what I'm bringing forth is just the pure form of spiritual love. So my mission as the spiritual love coach is to really to illuminate, to nurture, and to inspire spiritual love in the hearts and minds of women worldwide. And what that is, it's really getting you to think about relationships differently, to get you to see yourself differently and start to navigate the waters of relationships differently. And one of the things that I'll be talking about too over, the course of the next few weeks is how there are a lot of women who I connect with that are like, I haven't been on a date in a while. I cannot find a mate, or, I want to go on a date, but are there any good men out there? And so one of the points that I wanted to highlight during this series is how a lot of times as women, we do the inner work that it takes to cultivate, to heal from past traumas, deal with, the past relationships and all of that. So we come out stronger, we have a little more awareness, and now, looking for the next relationship, we're looking to sidestep the drama and the BS. The issue is that there aren't the same support structures in place for men. So whereas we may, be evolved and ready to date on a deeper level to cultivate more meaningful relationships, men might not have the same access to healing tools, and they're not wired in the same way that we are to handle, emotional situations differently. So that, I think, is one of the issues that we face now in this day and age when it comes to dating and relationships. But the good news is that when we start to see that there is this difference, then we can start to create that same healing space for men that want to process and they want to okay, this isn't working. I need to do something different, so that we create space, a place for them to go so that they can unpack and unload and come out on the other side with a different viewpoint when it comes to relationships, when it comes to taking care of themselves and all of those things. So what I'm realizing is that as simple as spiritual love is, it is also a complex thing. And as I am continuing to grow and to share my work, it continues to evolve, and I'm integrating new aspects of what spiritual love is. And it's just really beautiful. And I'm just grateful to have this insight and this gift to share with the world. And so I'm just going to continue to hold that space and do the work that I was called forth to do. This is truly my life's work. And I'll talk more about how it came about, but I did mention being in an abusive relationship, dealing with toxic relationships, and just coming to a point where I needed to do some work to heal myself, to get myself back to, where I am today. So that was it for today. I hope that this message was able to translate to you in some way. And I hope that you join me tomorrow, because we will continue to unpack what spiritual love is, how it matters to you, how you can start to incorporate that into your life. And one of the ways that you can do that is by joining me in one of the Spiritual Love Masterclasses. There's one on October 28th. If you go to spirituallovemasterclass.com, you can sign up. It's free, and it's just an in-depth webinar or masterclass that allows us to really dive into what spiritual love is, how it came about, and I'll give you different tips, tools, and resources where you can walk away and really apply this to your life and start to see shift and transformation in your love life and relationships. So thank you so much. It's late. I'm going to finish my walk and then get ready for bed. And I hope you have a wonderful evening.